The Untold Truths About Aries, Part 1. I also felt like I needed to wear my Sailor Moon crop top for this video because Aries is very much connected to the inner child, which we are about to discuss. Everyone thinks they know Aries so well. They are typically the conflict starter, they're aggressive, abrasive, ambitious, etc. But you do not know what you're talking about. Aries is actually so much more innocent and childlike than we tend to think that they are. People judge them as a very volatile, aggressive sign, but actually, they're way more innocent than we think. This is because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac cycle. It begins the astrological new year with springtime, representing life blooming, what it's like to have things come into fruition, for fresh life after everything had died off in the winter. They also rule over the first house in astrology, which is associated with the moment that we're born and moving into being a toddler. It's basically us in our infancy. Because Aries carries that energy, they carry a childlike spirit with them throughout their entire lives. The beauty of this childlike spirit is that whereas they can be impulsive, they tend to act more than they think. The way that a child begins to walk and they start stumbling forward and they get back up even though they just fell and scraped their knee, but they get back up because they're excited to walk, and then they even start running if they can, and then they fall again and the cycle continues. Aries is not afraid to put themselves out there because they have an energy and a vitality they're connected to that feeds into their lives. A lot of us become tainted as time goes on, and we lose that inner child, childlike spirit, and that youthful spirit. Aries is often naturally connected to it and functions from that place unapologetically, whether they do it unconsciously or not. It's also because of this that they wear their hearts on their sleeves. Just like a lot of kids don't know how to filter themselves yet, Aries doesn't really know how to filter themselves or has a hard time doing it. This isn't always a bad thing. This is one of the reasons they can have the stereotype of getting lost in their impulsivity, their temperament, etc. However, it is also what causes them to function from a genuine place. One thing about Aries is a lot of time they function from a very genuine place. So even if you think they have an abrasive energy, even if you think they are argumentative, a lot of times they are functioning directly from their life passion, from their inner spark, and from their inner child. In part 2, we'll talk more about how Aries is polarizing and one of the most spiritually gifted signs. So be sure you follow, like, and save this so you don't lose out on part 2 about unknown truths around Aries sun sign.